If you live alone, you'll likely begin to crave a relationship, but unfortunately, relationships can be complicated and require a lot of work to maintain. So, would you say you're up for the task? Did you know that 45% of Tinder users use the app for the purpose of boosting their confidence? Did you know that 20% of men cheat, while for women it's 13%? Did you also know that 63% of college men say they want a traditional relationship? Also, did you know that 66% of long-distance relationships don't survive because they don't plan for the future? Did you know that 40% of millennials say they won't date someone wrong for them just to be in a relationship? Being a dating app, Tinder has tons of relationship information. However, one very interesting report reveals that 72% of millennials say they intend to remain single until they feel like they have found the one. And who exactly is that? No one knows. Now, the downside to this is that many people become lonely and soon want to have a girlfriend. So here we'll show you the 8 things you should know if you want a girlfriend. Number 1. Understand that your partner is of a different gender. Often girls lament that men do not understand them, and there's some truth to it. If you want an effective relationship, you must be aware of your partner's needs regardless of their complications. It is advisable to read books on love and gender affairs that are highly recommended. Therefore, you might find tips to help you comprehend your potential girlfriend. Number 2. Love alone will not keep the relationship afloat. Yes, love is a beautiful thing, but do not forget that the girl you claim to love is a human being with her own imperfections, craziness, and complications. Sooner or later, you'll be introduced to this version of her person, and then what? Would you stay? You've probably heard that women are vessels of emotion, and your gifts or even attention may not always produce the expected response. So at this point, you need to be patient and hang on until the phase is over. Number 3, mutual trust is key. It is simpler to establish trust in a relationship once there is honesty and openness. Besides, many women have revealed that girls adore it when their men have confidence in them. How can you show your girl that you trust her? Be careful not to be overly possessive. Permit her to go out and meet with her friends. Also, do not stop her from having conversations with other guys. In other words, you have to avoid making your girlfriend feel trapped. Number 4, girls want respect. Everyone wants to be respected, and your girlfriend is no exception. But since she's your partner, she rightfully deserves more of it from you. You don't want to belittle her when she's talking, and you can't always invade her space just because you're dating her. On the other hand, you also have to respect her decisions. It's fine to give suggestions, but ultimately it's her decision. You can learn more about yourself in general here on Psych Me Up, so remember to click the subscribe button and leave a comment below. Number 5, there is no such thing as a perfect mate. You must have heard the saying, there's lots of fish in the sea, but nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, if you're looking for the proverbial one, then the sea is empty. Relationships only work when people do what they can to make it work. It doesn't work because the couples are perfect for each other. So let go of the idea that if you find someone that isn't good enough, you can simply break up with her and go get a better girlfriend. A perfect girlfriend does not exist. Thus, you should make the most of what you've got. Number 6, love is sacrifice. The ability to sacrifice is essential to a successful relationship. As they say, love is blind. And that's probably the first sacrifice of love, your eyes. It's your ability to point out the imperfections in your lover quickly. However, to make the sacrifice bearable, you may note her faults as well as her good qualities and score her over 10. If the faults outweigh her qualities, then you should work on that. Number 7, toxic relationships happen. Some are to a higher degree than others, but every human has that capacity for toxicity. And if you stay in a relationship with someone long enough, it will come out one day. The good news about this is that it alerts the partners to their incompatibility early enough. Number 8, financial security is a must. Relationships necessitate some degree of monetary commitment, so it's a no-brainer that no one wants to date a beggar. And although you shouldn't date gold diggers, you want to be financially independent. Also, sharing is vital to all relationships. And if you need money to share gifts and dates, your relationship will improve if you understand these 8 tips and apply them. You can learn more about yourself in general here on Psych Me Up, so remember to click the subscribe button.